Good morning, friends. We had some technical issues during worship this morning, so I'm going to try this again and give you a video since we missed this during the service. So today, our board president, Kay, is giving us a service about Christianity, and specifically about a Bible verse from 1 Corinthians that I think a lot of us are at least a little bit familiar with. It's popular at weddings, and it says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." This is a beautiful verse. It's so poetic, and I can definitely see why it's used so much in weddings. And when we started working on this service, I wasn't really sure how it related to Unitarian Universalism and how it could be relevant to those of us who are not Christian. So I leaned into my fourth principle, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, and I did a little bit more reading. This is one of my favorite things about being a Unitarian Universalist. We're free and we're encouraged to dig deeper and extrapolate meaning from things for ourselves, even if it includes translating the message a little bit. Now here's the nuance. The responsible part of free and responsible means that we can't go changing and claiming other traditions and practices unless we are willing to explore the larger context of the tradition, and unless we are willing to learn enough about it to make sure we're not appropriating something that isn't for us. This is especially important for those of us who are white. Some things, some practices, some traditions are simply not for us, and it's not appropriate for us to claim them or space within them. Part of our eighth principle work is recognizing and working through whatever comes up for us when we're faced with a situation where something is not for us. So, free, I wanted to make this verse more relevant to my personal theological framework. Responsible, to do that, I opened my big study Bible and I read 1 Corinthians chapters 12 through 14 in 4 different translations right next to each other, back to back, so I could have a better sense of the larger context. So in chapter 12, Paul is speaking about spiritual gifts and about the oneness of all people. He speaks about the many different gifts we all have and how they work together to make the whole, much like the different parts of a body. And then he starts talking about love, but not just romantic love, not the kind of love we celebrate at weddings. The love he's speaking about in this verse is what's called agape love. Agape love is not a romantic love for a specific person or a familial love for one's close family and friends. It's a more general, benevolent love. It's caring for all and for all of humanity. And it also implies action, taking loving action towards one another in the process of building beloved community. So let's listen to this verse again, but this time translated just a little bit into UU with some action phrases rooted in agape love. So instead of love is patient, maybe we could say love is practicing patience for ourselves and for others. Instead of love is kind, love is choosing kindness over niceness and courage over comfort. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. Love is praying and striving for the best for all of humanity. Love is practicing gratitude and humility. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love is making room for everyone's humanity. Love is understanding that we and everyone else are doing our best. Love is committing to trying again when we fail. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love is choosing to strive for justice, even when it feels impossible, lonely, or terrifying. It always protects. Love is protecting the vulnerable among us. Love is trusting we will be protected when we are vulnerable. Love always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love is never giving up on the belief that things can be better and that we can be the ones to make it so. Love keeps us going somehow, and love never fails. That version with all those action phrases might be a little bit wordy for a wedding, but I do think it demonstrates how we can try to embody agape love and lean into our seventh principle, respect for the interdependent web of existence that we are all a part of. Thank you so much for exploring this with me, and I hope to hear from you about how you can apply your principles into translating things into something that is meaningful for you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Be well.